Inflation getting higher.
Inflation getting higher.
Makes it hard on the buyer.
Okay.
Unemployment on the rise.
Yeah.
Gasoline issue filled with decline.
Yeah.
Rent being paid late.
Oh man.
Please.
Oh man. Oh man. Yes, sir. Oh. Just please let the dollar circulate. Yeah. Listen.
What's goody good people? This is T. Dorsey. It's Sunday. I'm getting ready to go to church, but I wanted to do this part 3 of the city of Dayton. I'm sorry, the spirit of Dayton. Talking about the city of Dayton. I'm gonna try to cover 3 things real quick in a short amount of time. First one is how great our city used to be. The second one is independent. Third one is how do we get involved? First, our city used to be. I believe it still is, but there's some things that we need to change. Our city used to be the greatest city, at least one of them. Now, I think a lot of people classify success when you make it to Hollywood or, things of that sort, celebrity status. I don't consider that success. It can be, but I mean, Hollywood is so Hollywood. I mean, is that what you want to make it to call yourself successful? We elevate it to the level of money we make too. But, I think success is finally succeeding in something that's your dream, your goal. And if your goal is to fulfill what everybody else classifies success, to me, that's not true success. But our city used to be one of the greatest cities. And I say that because I was just telling somebody back in the 90s, like late 90s, early 90s, early 2000, when Clinton was in office, it seemed like in Dayton, unemployment was kind of like a rare thing. If you didn't have a job back then, you didn't want a job. Straight up. Everybody had a job. Some people had 2 jobs. Nowadays, you can't really find a job when Bush got in office. Of course, Obama's in office, but this ain't about politics. I stay away from politics because that could break up a family. Even though I got my opinions about it, but I just don't really talk about it publicly. Even though I talk about a lot of stuff, but I'll talk about church all day. But politics, I ain't going there. Anywho, so my question is, what happened? And of course, it goes bigger than Dayton, but what happened? How did the unemployment rate go down? I mean, how did unemployment go up? Secondly, independent. What I meant by independent is, I'm a big fan of hole-in-the-wall restaurants. And nowadays, here in Dayton, the thing that absolutely makes me sick is all we have is major chain restaurants. We got the mom and pops, but it's very rare, So what I need from you all, let's have a little bit of fun with this. I always ask people that's from Dayton, how many of y'all remember Whitney Mo's? That used to be next to 14 Karat Gold up the street from Hooks. They made the best sandwiches, hands down. When Whitney Mo's disappeared, closed down, a brother almost cried, for real. I ain't even joking, I'm not exaggerating. I almost cried. I remember going to church. I used to work in the mornings and I used to go to school in the mornings and work in the afternoons. In between, I used to go like to noonday prayer. And then all the people that was in the office used to, I would take orders, go up to Whitney Mo's, we'll have noonday prayer or whatever, but we'll eat some Whitney Mo's. Oh, I remember those days. What are some of the restaurants that you remember? And then 2, what are some of the mom and pop stores that's out here in Dayton? We gotta support our own. Subway, that's not our own. McDonald's, that's not our own. It's places like Whitney Mo's, Hooks, people that live in our community, that's our own. When it comes to these major chains, it don't feel like at home. But when you go to places like, Hooks or, CJ's Pancake House, that's not here anymore, those places feel like at home. So, tell me, put on these blogs. Let's start supporting. I heard about a new place called Roscoe's. Pizza and ribs, or ribs and pizza. My brother told me about it. He said it was pretty good. I heard somebody else tell me about it. They said it was pretty good. I'm like, okay, all right, I gotta go check it out. So What are some mom and pop stores? What are some hole in the wall stores here in Dayton that we can go support? You tell it. Lastly, I'll tell you, community, how can we get involved? I think the way that we can get involved is going back to what I just said. How can we help support each other? You know, there's a lot of events that goes on in the city of Dayton. I went to one yesterday called Face to Face. Yes, this is a free plug. I want my money. Yeah, anywho, I went to this thing called Face to Face. I'm joking. Which was an open forum about, you know, understanding things about the opposite sex. Men understanding women, women understanding men. The turnout was very low. I didn't even throw the event, and I was kind of disappointed because I thought the event was plugged very well. The advertisement, I got text, I got Facebook. I mean, it was all over the place. I seen face to face. But I ended up going, and the dialogue that we had was just great. And I was just like, why ain't nobody really here? So I don't think people are really getting involved. I think we, you know, doing our own thing. I mean, which is cool, but I think it's kind of like the way of the world now. Everybody is worried about themselves. But see, when you don't get involved with the community, you're stealing from yourself. Remember what I said about economics when you go and trade? When people stop spending their money at these stores, guess what? You're stealing from yourself. When you go and ask people that you know that work somewhere to give you the hookup, you're stealing from yourself. It's called tax dollars. It's reinvesting back into your community. Money makes the world go round. Everybody heard the song. It's the truth. Money makes the world go round. But when you stop spending, when you stop getting involved with the community, when you stop talking, when we stop sharing with each other, you're stealing from yourself. That's the reason why now, even when you see houses being built, they don't build porches like they used to. People staying in their house. It's the way society is treating us. You know, so how can we take back what was stolen from us? Now, don't get spiritual on me and say, you know, taking back what the devil stole. The devil ain't stole nothing from you. The only way he got it is because I gave it to him. That's a spiritual nugget. But anywho, I hear Ty Tribbett. I want it all back. Anywho, how can we get involved? How can we spread the love? How can we take back our city? Only way we can take back Dayton is if you get involved. I'm trying to get involved. I am. It'd be hard because I got a wife and I got a daughter. You know, I got my own things going on. But sometimes we just got to get involved, y'all. We got to sacrifice. Who remembers back in the 90s when that's all we did? Community centers. You know, just going places, hanging out. We don't do that type of stuff no more. Holla at your boy. Hey, come on, y'all. I'm trying to spark the conversation. If we don't talk about it, ain't nothing gonna change. That's T. Dorsey, Spirit of Dayton. Holla back. You know what I'm saying?